They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it on the run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Holcomb. And right away he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Philly. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Off play action. Holcomb. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Holcomb. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And some room to roam now. breaks through the contact. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Right back to him on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. To the air yet again, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Forced out to it, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Holcomb. That swung out wide to Sanders. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's a 2nd down. Back to throw. Holcomb. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Off the bootleg. Holcomb. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game. then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. CeeDee Lamb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Holcomb. And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Holcomb. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. It's caught by Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sanders. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I'll go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the 50, it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 18. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Back to throw. Holcomb. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first. Their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Holcomb. He finds his man. Complete. That's Sanders.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Holcomb. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Holcomb. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Off play action. Holcomb. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, Watson.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Watson's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Back to throw. Holcomb. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Off play action. Holcomb. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there for Philly.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Holcomb. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to throw on second down. Holcomb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holcomb looking here for Smith downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Houston, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.